poppin' time. What are we poppin' fresh right now? What can I say? Pro. What's up, everybody? This is Scott, and welcome back to another video. As you saw last week was Greg's first video on Technically Speaking, and now you go back to the professional. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Pro. Not a pro. Not svelte either. Go with me on this. I promise you I am not trying to bombard you with case video after case video, but right now there's been a lot of interesting cases that have been able to come out for the Pixel XL. So I already talked about the minimal case and the peel case before, but I'm going to go the complete opposite direction, and today we're going to talk about this guy right here. The Mophie cases are traditionally available for iPhone only. I was really excited to see that they officially launched for the Google Pixel and the Pixel XL, so I scooped one up for $100, and I'm going to touch on the price here in a little bit. But first, I want to tell you what I'm going to talk about in this video today. So when I describe the Pixel case to you, I'm going to talk about the form factor, some protectability, if that's even a word, the cost, and whether or not I like it. So the Mophie cases are those traditional battery pack cases, and with that said, they are enormous. They are not svelte, which should mean I should love them being a not svelte individual, but I'll be honest, I'm a little touch and go. Most of you that are familiar with the Mophie case design, these things, and I'm going to read it right off of the back of the pack, supposed to give me 50 hours of talk time, 22 hours of standby, 17 hours of video playback. None of that stuff actually matters. What it's going to give you on the Pixel XL, it's going to give you about 75% battery boost. It is not going to charge from 0 to 100%. It's going to go 0 to 75%, which is really great because overall the Pixel battery life is fabulous. But that's one thing that you have to consider. This is not something that's going to give you like time and a half in terms of charge. It's not even one full battery cycle for the Pixel XL. I'm not sure if I was expecting a little bit more than that. I think I was just so excited by the fact that Mophie finally had a case that was for a phone that I had that I went out and bought it. I probably should have thought about it a little bit more. Next up that we're going to talk about is that form factor or pocketability, or the ability to know that this guy is not small. And that's what she said. So the form factor, like I said, not svelte, and that's okay. What about the pocketability? Well, I tend to wear big pants, not a big shocker, because I am not svelte. So when it's in my pocket, it's actually okay. But if you wear those really skinny jeans, this is not the phone case for you. This phone case adds a tremendous amount of weight to the Pixel. When the Pixel is not in this case, it is very light. It feels like it's going to fly right out of my hand. When the case is on, this is a brick. There is no doubt about it that it is in your pocket, it is in your hand, it is wherever on you, because it is heavy. And that's because it is a battery pack. So some of the things that I like is the buttons on the side. They have that nice clickable sound. And also all the cutouts are perfectly pristine. And one of the things that I did not like about the Pixel XL was the speakers at the bottom. Because of this Mophie case and the way that it's formed, the speakers are now front facing and they come right up at me. That is a huge win in my opinion, and one of the reasons why I continue to use this case is because of that front facing speaker. The cutout on the back for the actual fingerprint scanner, and I'm going to show you in real time, that is a humongous hole. It is big, it feels funny, it is just funny overall. You can still reach the fingerprint scanner, but it is really awkward, especially if you just only have like half of it in your hand. Again, I don't like the form factor because it is just so big, but I like some of the other features, so it's a love-hate relationship. I love the fact that I get the front-facing speaker and the protectability and the extra battery, but boy, do I hate the weight that it adds to the phone, and I hate the fingerprint cutout on the back. So yeah, totally love-hate. One thing that I forgot to mention in the form factoring section was the fact that this is USB Type-C charging. So this phone case does charge. You can see right here at the bottom. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. This is USB Type-C. So that means those cords that you have for the Google Pixel XL or a MacBook Pro from this year like I have, this charges the phone, this charges the case all in one. It does have that priority plus charging, which means it will pass through to the phone first before it charges the case. So with that out of the way, I want to talk about the price. The price is $100. Literally, on the box, $99.99. So you can see that this is not a cheap case. And with that being said, all of the nice things, the price is the thing that is the biggest turnoff. If you can get a deal on it and not pay that full price, it might be worth it. This goes directly into what I wanted to talk about next, is whether or not I recommend this case to somebody with a Google Pixel or a Google Pixel XL. So I talked about the form factor and that skinny jeans wearing people need not apply for this case. I talked about the fact that it does charge and it charges really well. And I talked about the price. All of those things combined, I simply cannot recommend this case for somebody. The thing that I would recommend, I know that it's a really big deal that you can just charge and go at the same time, but simply put, I can go get an Anker battery case from Amazon right now that gives me more than enough, sometimes 3, 4, 5 times the amount of charge, and move on that way. I know that it kind of sucks to carry around a battery pack with a cord all hanging out, but let's be honest, that's more often the case. You're going to be charging when you're in the car, charging when you're at your desk, charging when it can be setting somewhere and doesn't necessarily need to be in a nice form factor like that of a phone case. Save yourself some of the money, go out and get an Anker battery case or any external battery for that matter, because paying $100 for this is just simply not worth it. So that's it. That's all I have on today's video about the Mophie for the Pixel XL. As always, you guys are simply the best. We still have that giveaway that is going on for our Technically Speaking channel. Next week's video is, I have no idea, but join us for the live show with Greg and I, usually happening every Friday, sometime in and around the 8:30 hour. We're going to try to keep that up if we can. But like I said, as always, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment below, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.